Far, far away, deep in space, to a galaxy you'll go to meet the Galaxy Ranger Zords, the Galactabeasts. Hello everyone, I'm Sentai 5, and welcome to Megazord Formation. Welcome back to Megazord Formation. I want to start off by saying sorry for not getting this video out 2 months earlier as planned. I've been very busy in the beginning of 2025, so this is the only time I could really get it out, so sorry about that. But we're finally here in the third year of Megazord Formation, and I just gotta thank you all who keep watching every single month and stuck by for supporting these videos. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and let's finally get into it. The Galactabeasts were the first set of Zords belonging to the Galaxy Rangers. They were also the first sentient Zords to the Power Rangers overall, being a group of 5 living creatures. They belong to the red, green, blue, yellow, and pink Galaxy Rangers. They arise and help the Rangers whenever Scorpius and later Trakeena's monsters grow. But when the battle's taken to the next level, the Rangers use their trans daggers to transform the Galactabeast into their more mechanical forms, the Galactazords. The Lion Galactazord has a length of 28.5 meters, which is 93.5 feet, a weight of 1,200 tons, and a speed of 700 kilometers per hour. It's piloted by the Red Galaxy Ranger, and like its element can shoot blasts of fire from its shoulders. In Gingaman, it was known as Ginga Leon. The Condor Galactazord stands at a height of 27.5 meters, which is 90.2 feet, weighs 800 tons, and has a flight speed of Mach 1.5. It's piloted by the Green Galaxy Ranger, and with its element of wind can create tornadoes from its wings. In Gingaman, it was known as Gingalkin. The Gorilla Galactazord stands at a height of 32 meters, which is 105 feet, weighs 1,600 tons, and has a speed of 500 kilometers per hour. It's piloted by the Blue Galaxy Ranger, and like its element of water, can fire streams of water from its chest. In Gingaman, it was known as Gingorilla. The Wolf Galactazord has a length of 27.5 meters, which is 90.2 feet, weighs 1,000 tons, and has a speed of 800 kilometers per hour. It's piloted by the Yellow Galaxy Ranger, and like its element, shoots lightning from its mouth. In Gingaman, it was known as Gingaveric. The Wildcat Galactazord has a length of 25 meters, which is 82 feet, a weight of 1,000 tons, and a speed of 700 kilometers per hour. It's piloted by the Pink Galaxy Ranger, and together with the Wolf Galactazord, shoots flower energy blasts. In Gingaman, it was known as Gingat. When the Rangers need more power, it's time for the Galaxy Megazord transformation. The Lion Galactazord forms the head and chest, with the Gorilla Galactazord forming the waist and legs. Overhead, the Wolf and Wildcat Galactazords form the arms, with the Condor Galactazord flying in the back, landing on top of Gorilla as the rest of the components form the Galaxy Megazord. The Galaxy Megazord stands at a height of 50 meters, which is 164 feet, has a width of 38 meters, which is 124.7 feet, a weight of 5,600 tons, a speed of 750 kilometers per hour, and a power of 25 million horsepower. It's equipped with the Galaxy Megazord Saber, performing its final attack, as well as using the Condor Zord as a crossbow for its missile mode. But that's not all. When the Rangers obtained the Lights of Orion, it powered up the Galaxy Megazord, giving it a new gold and silver chest armor and horns, forming the Galaxy Megazord Power-Up mode. It pretty much maintains everything except just grows 1 meter taller, but it's such a cool idea for a Megazord that isn't really done a lot, so I really appreciate it here and how good it really looks. With its powered-up Galaxy Megazord Saber, it can perform a new finisher, slicing right through its enemies. In Gingaman, the Galaxy Megazord was known as Gingayo. The design of the Galaxy Megazord was created by the legend himself, Tsuyoshi Nonaka. The Galactabeasts had a bulky, organic look very reminiscent of kaiju. In their Galactazord forms, they had a heavy armored, blocky look to them. Combined, the Galaxy Megazord also has a very blocky look with all the respective animal heads shown. The blocky look is very reminiscent of old school Sentai robos from the 80s and early 90s. There have been a few early drafts, some which have looked drastically different and some that have looked very close to the finalized version that we saw in the show. They were originally meant to retain their organic look in Gingaman before the idea of the Silver Star Beast was introduced later into the design phase, which explains the look of some of the early draft designs. The cockpit of the Galactazords and Galaxy Megazord are one and the same, and individual to each Ranger. This is the first time the franchise had individual cockpits instead of a team cockpit for the Megazord, and it certainly wouldn't be the last. They were capable of being in one of the cockpits together. The Rangers stand behind a spinning console of what I like to call a giant version of the Transmorpher dial, with the Transdagger as the controller in the middle. It's an interesting parallel to the Mighty Morphin Power Crystals and the Zeonizer Crystals, used as joysticks for their respective Megazords. Now, let's move on to the lore. The Galactabeasts had existed for thousands of years. Eventually they were found on a distant planet and captured by Scorpius' forces. It was up to Leo, Damon, and Maya, with the help of her senses being able to hear the beasts in distress, to free them from captivity, where they would continually assist their ranger partners throughout the year and after their season, such as the Lightspeed Rescue Team-Up and the Cosmic Fury finale. In Gingaman, the Seiju fought alongside the first Gingaman team against the Balban Pirates 3,000 years ago. The Star Beasts hail from 5 different stars, and in 1998 they returned to Earth to help the 133rd Gingaman team against the return of the Balban Pirates. In a dangerous turn of events, the Beast died and turned to stone after absorbing dangerous gas. It was then the Gingaman team eventually learned to combine the powers of their Kiba Blades to revive them into their Silver Star Beast forms, where they would continue to help the Gingaman team, carrying over into after their series, such as the Go-Go 5 Team-Up, Gokaiger 199 Hero Battle, and Zenkaiger, when Stacyzer summoned it via the Dark Sentai Gears, and most recently in Gojuger's Universe War. The Seiju were portrayed by the Gingaman suit actors themselves: Seiji Takaiwa, Yasuhiro Takeuchi, Jiro Okamoto, Yuichi Hachisuka, and Motokuni Nakagawa. Gingayo's suit actor was the man himself, Jiro Okamoto. Saban Entertainment had the Seiju suits as they would regularly appear in original footage, as well as the Gingayo suit as it had a few original footage appearances. The suit is back with Toei as it appeared in various exhibits over the years, as well as other shows and movies. The filming model of Gingayo was also seen at the Double Hero Festival in 2006. Something worth noting is that the Gingat suit was changed drastically in between episodes 6 and 7 for reasons not clearly stated. While no physical props of Gingaveric and Gingat exist, they are some of the earliest uses of CG for Sentai Mecha, another earlier one being Ninja Man, if you consider him a mecha. Some notable battles of the Galaxy Megazord are its first battle in Homesick, the debut of the power-up mode in Shark Attack, its fight against the Lost Galactabeasts, its original fight alongside the Astro Megazord in the Power of Pink, the fight against the Titanosaur, and when it saved the Rangers from Terraventure crashing into Miranoi. Now, let's move on to the merchandise. Both Gingayo and the Galaxy Megazord have had significant releases, even going into recent years, starting off with both respective deluxe releases. The Japanese release brought back the return of Chogokin to Sentai Robos, which is the die-cast metal that's been prominent in so many toys, not just in Super Sentai either. Due to this, changes had to be made to the prototype, which resulted in delays of the actual release. They also wanted to add in spring-loaded fists like a traditional Chogokin, but they had to scrap that idea because they needed to prioritize the transformations of the hind legs for Gingaveric and Gingat. This would get an exclusive release in the US over at FAO Schwartz. There was also the iconic Black Gingayo that was released, and the Lost Galaxy toy line had its own FAO Schwartz exclusive 14-karat gold Galaxy Megazord. On top of all this, there was a very limited gold-plated Gingayo that went to 3 lucky winners. Both toy lines had the non-transforming intermediate releases. While Japan had the Lights of Ginga armor released for the deluxe Gingayo and is obviously compatible with the Galaxy Megazord itself, there was never a release of the Lights of Orion armor for the Lost Galaxy toy line. Instead, there was the deluxe charging Galaxy Megazord, which was battery powered and didn't transform. Gingayo had its original Mini-Plo release, the Ginga Trio, and the Ginga Robo Collection releases. The Seiju also had vinyl figure releases in one set. The Lost Galaxy toy line had the 5-inch action feature Galaxy Megazord, 3 versions of the Digizord release, which started in the In Space toy line, had its own micro playset, and recently with Hasbro's Retro Galaxy Megazord action figure. Switching gears, the most recent releases are the SMP Gingayo, which also has a black counterpart. And that's it for the merchandise. That's it for the Galaxy Megazord video. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you again for watching this video, and apologies again for the delay. Join me next time as we charge into action with the Defender Torozord. Until then, be well, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.